Hello, my name is Hasan Sorrells, and this is Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast, Shorts. There's no co-host on the Shorts episodes. These are around 6 to 8 minute long observations, ideas, thoughts, or rants about the literature, philosophy, psychology, and even the theology of leadership. Because listening to me talk about leadership for now, around 6 to 8 minutes, is still better than reading and trying to understand yet another business book. There is a difference between literacy, comprehension, and critical thinking. Literacy occurs when a person can read the words as they are written on a page. We often confuse this state with the other two, but it's not the same. For instance, I can read the sign that says stop at an intersection, and if I don't have an understanding of what that sign is signifying, I'm going to gun it and blow right through it. In the last 150 years in the West, and in the United States in particular, we have collectively strived to raise literacy rates among the general population via the advocacy of public education, particularly in the K through 12 area. And yet, according to recent data from the U.S. Department of Education, nationwide, on average, 79% of U.S. adults are literate as of 2022, which means 21% of adults in the U.S. are illiterate in 2022. 54% of those adults, actually adults overall, have a literacy rate below the 6th grade level. Which means, if you understand what I'm about to say on this Shorts episode, you're in the upper percentile of literate people right now in the United States. Comprehension occurs when a person can read the words as they are written on a page. We often confuse this state with literacy and with critical thinking, and while they all overlap, more than just about reading the words on a page, comprehension is also about understanding the denotations and connotations of those words, phrases, sentences, and even paragraphs. Reading comprehension occurs when words transform from being mere signs and symbols to having representation and standing in for other areas of knowledge and fact in your mind. Thus, the reason for the 6th grade reading level. It isn't about at what level people can read, though. It's about what level they can comprehend what they are reading. And then you have critical thinking. Critical thinking occurs when words and ideas are questioned, critiqued, and challenged in order to achieve clarification, or create obfuscation, or even to generate a brand new idea. We often confuse critical thinking with critical speech. Both are not the same thing. Most critical speech, usually delivered in the form of feedback, and usually negative, comes not from a place of critical thinking, but from a spirit of critical challenge. Critical speech is not evidence of critical thinking. It might be evidence of dogmatic thinking, a desire to push propaganda, the pursuit of an argument, or it may be merely speech that is malicious and pointless. Without literacy and comprehension, critical thinking, however, never manifests itself. Instead, what we have is a lack of critical thinking amid an overwhelming abundance of critical speech. What we also have is a lack of genuine, complete comprehension, while all the while wringing our collective hands, again in the United States, about a lack of literacy. And without literacy, we have created a robust visual universe where masses of people can stare at the videos and images on their phones in their hands and can genuinely believe that they can make correct decisions with almost no comprehension or critical thinking about the information those images and videos present to them. Leaders, it's not enough to make sure your people can read the words on the page. They must be able to think and critique those words as well. And well, that's it for me. Listen and subscribe to the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast on all the major podcast players that you listen to podcasts on, including iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and even Spotify. And please leave a 5-star review if you like the show. We need those reviews to grow, and it's the easiest way to make sure that this show gets into the ears of the leaders who need to hear it. And of course, tell all your friends. If you want to get started on the leadership path, HSCT Publishing's products and services can help your team do that. Check out our training webinars, coaching services, and more at leadershiptoolbox.us. We also have a video-based subscription service, that's software as a service, that can help your team become better at the individual level. 60 modules and over 100 hours of video and written content for you at leadingkeys.com. That's leadingkeys.com. We've also got books that will help you and your team grow. Pick up a copy today of My Boss Doesn't Care, 100 Essays on Disrupting Your Workplace by Disrupting Your Boss, and subscribe to the Little Red podcast I launched earlier this year with the same name as that Little Red book. My most recent book is 12 Rules for Leaders, the Foundation of Intentional Leadership. Co-written with contributions from Bradley Madigan, this is the book for right now that was written for leaders right now. Pick up a copy by heading over to 12rulesleadersbook.com/now. That's 12rulesleadersbook.com/now. You pay for shipping, and you'll get a copy of my second book as well. Finally, you can get all these books in paperback, hardcover, or as ebooks on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and any other place online you order books. Finally, HSCT Publishing is on YouTube. Like and subscribe to the video version of the Leadership Lessons for the Great Books podcast on the HSCT Publishing channel on YouTube. Just search for HSCT Publishing and hit the subscribe button. You'll get our weekly video updates, which is the video version of this podcast. And, of course, you're going to want to subscribe to my other podcast. That's right, I do more than one. The Hasan Sorrells Presents audio experience, where I talk more casually with a broader range of people about all matters that matter in the world today, from arts all the way to analytics. All right, that's it for me.